Greetings and welcome back to my channel, Meta Messiah. And today we're going to talk a little bit about NFAI, not financial advice, artificial intelligence token. Give you a good overview of recent updates, especially with their staking platform. So stay tuned for the whole thing. Watch from beginning to end. Like, subscribe, share, and please give a special thanks if you would. Helps put advertising on the channel. You can do a special, super thanks. Please do a super thanks. You can do one as low as $1.99 and up. Helps support the channel, helps pay for advertising, and I really appreciate you doing that. And who knows, maybe I'll get some NFAI and give it away if I get enough. All right, stay tuned here. That's right, stay tuned because this is a very exciting time for NFAI token, not financial advice. You heard me right. Staking platform is out. I'll put the link in the description. I just did a little short video, and the short got some pretty good response. There are more and more people watching this not financial advice NFAI token. And likewise, Meta Messiah and myself and this channel, we are just entertainment. It's just entertainment part. Okay. There's no financial advice. There's no investing advice. This is just for entertainment. I love good crypto stories. If I could call myself a self-proclaimed storyteller about crypto, because I'm not a journalist, I'd love to tell a story here about NFAI. Okay. They did rigorous testing of their Athena trading bot. They've got it to market maker status. They have a pending deal to be a market maker for a centralized exchange. Okay. They have switched from their V1 with tax to the V2 no tax. So now that they're V2 no tax, a lot more centralized exchanges will be willing to list them. Because they prefer no tax tokens. It's basically a migration, and a lot of people hate those, but this was flawlessly executed for the most part. I'd say 99 point something percent. There were a few people. I was actually one of them. I had a small bag of NFAI. It wasn't much at all, and it really didn't seem like it was even worth any time spent dealing with it because it's so tiny. I think it was just some left over from lack of oversight in another wallet moving it around, and so it didn't migrate because it looked like a crypto.com problem. Crypto.com wallet, its DeFi wallet, probably didn't like the DApp. This is how wallets work. Decentralized wallets will think that anything potentially is dangerous, and it could just stop it. That's the nice part about Web3, about using wallets, about using browsers inside wallets, is they protect you even if they cause problems, because not everything is bad that they are screening through the decentralized wallets. It could just be a precaution. There's a lot of complexity to certain dApps, and it could just be something in the code it just doesn't like, and so it just signals it. And so I digress, but at any rate, the dApp came out. Pretty much everybody got their tokens. They migrated from V1 to V2, the no tax token. They had a claim form. You fill out the claim form, then they did basically a trade back, giving your tokens back if you did the form and did everything correctly, filled out the Google Docs and so on and so forth. So people got tokens on the claims. I think there's a few stragglers, but I think some people are walking in late and they're like, "Oh boy, I didn't migrate my tokens. Crap." That happens. You have to follow in DeFi, you have to be a part of the community. Watch the news, watch their Twitter, X feed, watch what's going on in their Discords or their Telegrams. You have to stay engaged, which is why you should probably only, diversify into as many cryptos that you can really pay attention to on a really daily, weekly basis, because things can change as part of these things surviving. I mean, there's a huge competition. There's a lot of FUD, there's a lot of factors that could crash a crypto project. So they have to constantly evolve along those lines, security wise, but also with things like this, like NFAI had to do a V2. They had to. It's for trading the token to be able to avoid the tax now, and they're doing some crazy stuff. Okay, they're doing some pretty handsome buybacks. They're doing basically volume boosts. You can see them on DEX tools get a sudden volume spike and they go to trending on DEX tools. And then with staking, I got to tell you, the staking thing was very easy to do. You did need, with good gas prices, like $25 in ETH. It wasn't terrible when it was down. Right now, ETH is really crazy. It was between like 50 and like over 100, well over 100 today. It's starting to look like bull market gas. EIP 4844. Hoorah. Okay. Let's go Okonami. Let's go all the blobbing dank sharding tokens out there. Hopefully even Shibarium has a dank sharding project, but I'm looking at others that are potentials. If you've seen my videos about Okonami, I'll give them a quick plug right here. Now the EIP 4844 is around the corner. Very close, March 13th, and if with the surge and the ETH roadmap 2.0, connections to Okonami, dank sharding, blobbing, they're going to see a lot of stuff around that. A lot of good tech coming out, but Okonami is the big mystery for those that don't know. I have a lot of videos on it. I encourage watching that. Back to NFAI. Once gas prices start to come under control with EIP 4844, so for all ERC20 tokens, EIP 4844 actually is very important, and it's actually very important to NFAI, and they know this because of GWEI, G-W-E-I, or GWEI or GWEI. If you do not have accessibility to a blockchain that's high speed and low cost, it's too much cost to do business on the blockchain. That's why you see up moves with Solana. That's why you're seeing other layer ones getting project business. I see NFAI eventually going multi-chain. I could see them on BNB. I could see them on Solana, perhaps, if Solana is any good. I don't know enough about Solana other than, it's an up-and-comer. It's got a lot of news on it. I haven't done enough research. I'd always keep an eye on it based on its status. But, there's other blockchains as well, okay? And there's layer 2s and so on and so forth. I could definitely see NFAI diversifying within the token market following growth of the project. So into the bull run, I could definitely see NFAI as people see what the staking rewards look like, start to flock in more and more. And they'll see the supply dwindling, and they're going to start to see FOMO hit, especially as the market heats up and Bitcoin once it hits 100,000. It's going to be a big deal. It probably makes it to about 180. I think Bitcoin makes it to 180, which is that's a pretty strong, from its very low, from when Bitcoin was down to 16,000 up to 180. I mean, that's 10x, 10x, 160,000, a little bit over 10x. That's doable. It may spike a little bit short term, 200, a little bit over 200. If China's and Asia's the powerhouse that they look like they could be, because this is an unknown. If Asia is much bigger and their infiltration in the market, there's a lot of people live in Asia, way more than the United States, and a lot of them have money. Okay, there's a lot of Southeast Asian countries where there are some people who would whale very handsomely into crypto, but the regulations, it's different there with the economies. You don't want to evade taxes, and you don't want to, the more structured some of these economies are, the regulations of crypto are very different, especially China. So, communist but capitalist country. So the actually ETHCon, there's an ETH convention in Southeast Asia coming up this year, I believe. So we're going to see some narratives flow together. Artificial intelligence with mass adoption, scaling Ethereum, EIP 4844, the big wave. the big wave in crypto we're all waiting for. And it's basically the shift of the financial system. It's a force that everybody knew was coming. You can't stop it now. But they'll FUD it. They don't like it. And if there's issues, they're going to FUD it. You know, you're always going to see FUD. You're always going to see market crashes. Black swans happen cyclically. If you study the stock market long enough, crypto's just evolving into another market of cryptos, not stocks, but there's going to be a lot of parallel behavioral patterns and also probably chart patterns that we're going to see in crypto that you'd see in stocks. So it's perhaps fractal in that sense, just to use nerdy words like we like with the NFAI folks. So just in conclusion, I want to talk a little bit about the staking platform. We've migrated the token. Athena's making huge benchmark goals, high volume market making, good profits, shorting Bitcoin, making money so they can short the market down, which is great. But this all builds up into, you know, the staking platform. Let me digress just a minute more. Artificial intelligence is another big narrative this year, and NFAI is an artificial intelligence ecosystem. They are wielding the power of AI computing and using it to basically create a hedge fund, but a decentralized hedge fund. Kind of like, the only way I could kind of compare it, and they use the BlackRock analogy, but BlackRock, in terms of a centralized private hedge fund, you know, is the antithesis. It's the opposite. So BlackRock uses Aladdin. They use some technology, I think artificial intelligence and all that. They'll probably get into quantum computing before everybody else. They're probably in it experimentally right now. That's coming. The next narrative after AI will be quantum computing. Because of hackers. Hackers will use quantum computing to bust wallets through various means. So security is going to be a huge narrative. NFAI, getting back to NFAI, artificial intelligence, they are doing things not just in the artificial intelligence area itself. They're doing things, making sure that the staking platform is very safe. They got 3 audits. I'm sure they'll continue to audit it. I think they just started with 3. I'm sure they'll get multiple certifications on it, and they'll keep bolstering it with these legitimate, recognized sources to put out an audit and say, yeah, this is a safe platform. So having Certic, of course, and the others is very good, especially for the token itself. It's passed its token audit just on the NFAI ERC20. But the app is safe to use. We've had a little issues in MetaMask, but I think it's because it's Web3 and it's saying, oh, this is a dApp, you know, it's got activity on it, probably people trying to hack it. It just sends off signals, I'm sure, with the code and this and that in the site to cause these issues. They have a base tech team, man. NFAI fixes it. Like the first time around, they fixed it really fast, and I'm sure they'll fix it this time around really fast. So they have very competent tech people behind it, and that helps their certifications and audits. The rewards themselves are from the LP and also in the insurance N as in just Neptune, okay? N insurance, the purple logo, you'll see it in their group, oftentimes posted, Telegram. The N token is another part of the ecosystem, and is basically an LP insurance pool. I think they could basically rescue a project if it pairs with it. There's some intricacies to it that I don't know enough about, but it's a cool token in the ecosystem, all works together. And Athena now is going to be trading and making profits, doing its thing. They have LP that's being infused for the rewards. They took a good portion of its LP for rewards to give out, I think, 500,000 in ETH to the stakers. But the way it works is under an S curve. Think of an S curve. Flat, 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 woo! Rarely sharp. Then eventually plateaus and curls down a little bit. So if you, like I said in other videos, The longer you stake, the more you make. It's really simple conceptually. It's like compound interest. You have $10 at 10%. Now you have $10.10. Then you take 10% times $10.10, and now you're compounding your interest. And depending on how that is amortized or whatever, how long, what type of terms you have on your interest, a bank account's going to give you on $100, probably over the course of 1 year, perhaps $2.50, up to, if you're lucky, maybe $5, $6 on a CD account, than a $100 CD. Staking your NFAI, I bet you is going to get you $100 worth of NFAI, more than $2.50. Probably, very likely, I can't guarantee it, more than $5 to $6. Okay, but again, you have to follow the sigmoid S curve. The longer you go on that curve, the more you're going to get rewards, and that's why it's worth holding longer, and it actually keeps less supply on the market, which will increase the price. It's very easy to squeeze it now. They got 40% of the token, 40% staked. 40%. That's a lot of conviction. Okay? There's a lot of whales, too, putting tokens, I'm sure not all of them, staking tokens and saying, let's go for it. How big is this going to get? 100 million market cap? I can certainly see that happening. I don't know how soon. As it grows, if it gets the reputation of being the DeFi BlackRock, easily $1 billion and more. If it became an actual threat or competitor to BlackRock, well, I'm glad there'll be a multi-billion-dollar market cap, because I'll have to use that to pay lawyers, because BlackRock's going to do. They're going to get their lawyers and find ways to bust to say this is DeFi and these rules or blah blah. They'll use their power to try to hurt NFAI. So this story could heat up quite a bit in the future. So follow this project, for crying out loud. Follow my channel, subscribe, like, share, engage, give me some comments. Okay, that helps get the story out about NFAI. And like I said, a super thanks helps me build up money for ad revenue. Pumps the videos. So I appreciate a super thanks. But in conclusion, the NFAI staking platform, all they're doing, I think they're making crypto history. I really do think they are. And it's especially if my premonition comes true that BlackRock becomes their enemy, and it's like, we're the centralized versus the decentralized, and they come to head. I hope we win. All right, everybody, till next time. There's a lot more about this token. We'll tell you in the Telegram. We'll see you there if you like the project, and thank you for watching. See you next time.